Hi there, I'm Joey.
I'm Jacob.
And we are watching Star Trek for the first time. Last time on Star Trek, I'm really fascinated. I'm not even going with a bit there. I'm really fascinated by what the animated series is so far. First off in that, it's actually really good. Or so far at least.
I think that or we saw the best 2 episodes.
Yeah, we're 2 episodes in. I mean, the first episode was fine. It was okay. But the second episode, the second episode is literally already stacking up against some of the best of TOS in my opinion.
Yeah, that was really good.
That's the crazy part to me. That's I don't know. To know that this series has the potential to do that. Hell, not even the potential. Has done that already.
Right. It's already one of the best episodes of Star Trek I've ever seen.
And if I were just ranking all of Star Trek with the top 10 we did a couple weeks ago, it's probably knocking out number 10 already. It's probably in there somewhere.
It's in at least the list.
Yeah. So I just find that fascinating. I don't know. Today we're watching an episode with a really fun title. One of Our Planets is Missing.
Oh,
that's what it's called. I don't know. I love that. That feels surprisingly, I guess, modern for the 70s. But even then, I mean, it doesn't feel out of place. I should say.
It doesn't feel out of place.
It feels like something a more a Star Trek show that wasn't taking itself as seriously would do. Something I would assume I know Lower Decks is more of a parody show.
Yeah.
So something like that. It seems like you would call it that. Also animated, oddly enough.
Animated, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm really interested in that. I think that could be really, really fun.
Well, we're about to find out.
We are about to find out. We're gonna get into post-episode thoughts in a second. Be sure to join us then. We're about to watch One of Our Planets is Missing. So normally when I take these notes, I write down a list of, I keep a list of characters or mostly core crew members that show up in the episode, just to keep track of those kind of things. So I just like stupid little statistics like that.
That's how we realized Sulu was missing for 5 episodes in a row.
Exactly. He's way longer than 5 episodes. But no, I'm not gonna should I even I know I'm not going to be putting down Nurse Chapel ones, or at least now I know I'm not going to be putting down Nurse Chapel much. But I may as well just start putting down Majel Barrett because she's in every damn episode just as a different role. This time she is a space cloud, which I kind of love. I think that's really nice. Good for her, and it's just her computer voice again. But good for her. It's great.
It kind of works out a little bit though because the computer voice hasn't been heard a whole lot.
Yeah, I guess. But also when you come straight off of watching all of TOS and go straight into TAS, which I feel are the only circumstances when you're marathoning all of TAS. You're okay, I did all of TOS. Now it's time for this. This is a good show.
Again, it's keeping up some quality.
Yeah, seriously. I like the idea of the space cloud planet eater thing. It's cool. And the fact that it was living and again was voiced by Majel Barrett. It's just nice. I had a note at the start of this, I have to remember that there are no pre-title scenes before this show. That it goes straight into its sort of off-brand sounding TAS theme music.
Yeah.
So normally with TOS, I was ready for most episodes to begin with the dun 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 dun. And it's just okay, cool. That's the start of the episode. Captain's log, blah 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 blah. Some exposition that could probably take up a whole episode. But this is just no theme music. It sounds a little weird, and now we're in. It's just weird.
I mean, it's terribly efficient, and it's a 22-minute animated show.
Exactly. Yeah. We're protecting this planet called Mentilles, which Star Wars fan in me can only just ever hear Antilles, and whatever. I'm noticing we're getting much more Sulu in this show than we were in TOS, which I'm not complaining about, but we seem to have swapped his and McCoy's screen time, which again, I'm not complaining about more Sulu, but I'm kind of complaining about the lack of McCoy. DeForest Kelly's still great, I just wish he was there more. I don't know. Anyway, speaking of McCoy, we call it McCoy to do some biology.
All right.
They're we think this thing is living. What's your opinion, Dr. McCoy? I don't know. It's just he has an actual opinion, of course. But to me, I was just I don't know. He's a doctor, not a biologist.
There is some obvious crossover, knowing how to look for life.
Yeah.
But they were oh, you're a doctor. You clearly know what life looks like.
Yeah. It's kind of weird. I don't know. I don't get it. You pointed out that Scotty has probably the smartest line he's ever uttered in all of Star Trek so far from this point.
And it's all technobabble.
It's all technobabble.
No sense.
Yeah, that is That is Schrodinger's Scotty. This is it. It is simultaneously the smartest thing he's ever said, but also, really, it makes no fucking sense. So, that is... And if that's not the most Montgomery Scott thing I've ever uttered, I mean, like, that's... I don't know what is.
Yeah.
I like Bob.
I like Bob. He was the governor of Mantilles.
Yeah.
And it was just so funny because it's Bob... proper sounding last name.
I don't know what his fucking name is. They're like Captain Governor or whatever. I was just like, no. And Kirk's just like, hi Bob, how you doing, man? And he's just I'm doing all right, Jim. My planet's about to be destroyed. He's like, sorry, Bob. I'll call you later. He's like what?
That is essentially how the last FaceTime goes.
Yeah, it's great.
I also like how casually Bob, Governor Mantilles, is like, yeah, we had some panic for about 5 minutes, but then we sorted it out.
Yeah, we're good, man. But by the way, our planet is still about to be destroyed.
Kirk's like, yeah, sorry about that.
Sorry about that, Bob. I don't know, I just found his whole thing really amusing, probably strictly on the basis that his name is Bob.
Right?
I don't know.
Like, we're used to hearing names, like, that are totally out there in this show. Yeah. But then there's Bob.
Kirk's middle name is Tiberius. Like, come on. Like, it's...
Yeah.
You know?
Then there's Bob.
Yeah. I can't think of his... I didn't write it down. Actually, I probably should start writing it down. Because again, the alien that's up there with Sulu the whole time, he's now... I guess... Is he a regular? I guess he's a regular. He has an actual voice, which I think is kind of cool. And once again, I just love the idea of expanding on... the kind of people that you typically see on a Starfleet ship. It's just a cool idea. Yeah, I don't know, I just really enjoyed that. I pointed out during the episode also that I don't know, I'm noticing in this show that William Shatner just sometimes doesn't sound like William Shatner. Like, maybe, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just the fictionalized version of William Shatner's voice in my head speaking, but also I feel like he's a little off for some reason.
I'd say, maybe, I think sometimes he's just phoning it in a little.
Yeah, which is very possible. You know what? Who probably cares the most about this show is probably Leonard Nimoy.
Oh,
he always sounds like he is like dedicated to still playing Spock, which I think is really cool.
Because William Shatner is performing when he's Kirk, so his voice is a little different when he does it. It's a Kirk voice, if you will.
Yeah.
And he sometimes dips into normal Shatner.
Yeah.
Nimoy is always like Spock.
Yeah. He's always there. I loved the shot of Spock's hands.
Oh god, that was...
when he was mind melding with the cloud.
We were like, okay, that's TOS.
That's TOS right there. Like, some stupid shit like that. Because you can always tell, like, we did this a lot throughout TOS, when, like, if somebody would be like a stupid hand motion or something, we just immediately replicated it, like, together without saying a word to each other. We both just, like, hands straight up. It was funny as fuck. It was great. We show the cloud some TV that makes the cloud like, oh man, I really shouldn't destroy this planet now.
The Jetsons and Lassie.
Yeah, that's what it seems like. And then George Takei gives probably the gayest delivery of a final line he's ever had. He's like, "Yes, sir." And I was just like, "Ooh, that's George Takei right there."
You could tell that through any year.
Yeah. But anyway, that was One of Our Planets Is Missing. That was pretty cool, actually. I enjoyed that. Of the first three, it's probably like it's right in the middle. It's solid.
It's good.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that. So yeah,
it's keeping up the kind of quality we observed in the last one.
Yeah. So, alright, be sure to join us next time when we continue Star Trek the Animated Series. Until then, this has been Joey Morgan.
I'm Jacob.
Goodbye.